Today we're solving Hess's law. So the main goal of this equation is to rearrange these three to equal the top one. So what we have to do is we have to multiply, we can flip equations so that we can cancel the elements that aren't in the original equation. So in our original equation we have 2 and 2, 502, and yields 2 and 205. So we can go through our three equations and pick out the elements that are not in the top one. So that would be this one, this H2O, another H2O, HNO3, H2, and then HNO3. So we know that these elements are going to have to cancel. The compounds are going to have to cancel in the bottom equation. So what we have to do is we have to look at it and see how we need to manipulate the equations so that we can get this one in the end. So this one, we know that the O2 is going to stay because it's on the reactant side, but it doesn't have the right amount of moles because it needs 5 moles. So we can move on to the next one. So this into O5 we know is going to have to be on the product side. So we're going to have to flip this equation so that we have 2H and O3 yields into O5 plus H2O. So on this side, we still don't have the correct number of moles, which would be 2. So what we have to do is we have to multiply the entire equation by 2. So in doing this, we also have to do that to the energy side. So we have to multiply the whole thing by 2, and since we flipped it, we have to change the sign. Okay, so for the next one, we know that N2 is going to stay because that's in the original equation, but it doesn't have the right amount of moles. So this one is going to cancel with this one. So that this one, I don't think we need to flip. So what we have to do is we have to multiply the whole equation by 2 since the N2 has 2 moles. Okay, so for this top one, we're going to have to flip it. So we're gonna result in 2H2O yields 2H2 plus O2, so that the 2 H2Os can cancel. So now what we have to do is we have to write down all the reactants on one side, which is 2 H2O plus 4 HNO3 plus 2 N2 plus 6 O2 plus 2 H2 yields 2 H2 plus O2 plus 2 N2O5 plus 2 H2O plus 4 HNO3. Okay, so now we can start canceling. So we know that the 2 H2Os are going to cancel, so you can cross those out. Next, 4 HNO3, that's going to cancel too on both sides. So the 2 N2, there's nothing to cancel out, so that stays. The 6 O2, there's an O2 on this side, but we'll come back to that. And then the 2 H2s will cancel. So we're left with this equation, which is 2 N2 plus 6 O2 results in O2 plus 2 N2O5. So we still need to get it to 5 moles on the reactant side. So we're going to subtract an O2 so that it cancels on this side. So we're left with 2 N2 plus 5 O2 yields 2 N2O5. So now you're going to have to add up all of the energies. So on this one, we multiplied it by 2, so we have to multiply the energy by 2. This one, we flipped it, so we have to change the sign. Okay.
Now that you have your energies, to get your final product for your original equation, you're going to take, so this one switched, and now you have a positive 571.6, and this one was multiplied by 2, and your final answer comes out to be 147. There's a point on this, hold on. This one comes out to be 0.4. this one's 0.4. This comes out to be 696.4. And once you get all these, you add these up to get your final answer for your original equation, which is going to be 1,415.4.